Philip, how, I guess talk about what the mindset of the team is now. I mean, things, and the importance, I guess, of kind of eliminating all the outside talk, which you guys have talked about.
I'd be lying to you if I said, I mean, we weren't disappointed and frustrated. You know, I think this past week we fought as hard as we fought all game. We just didn't get any good breaks for us. Everything kind of just, we got that long return there in the fourth quarter, get us good field position, and then we just threw an interception. And you know, it's kind of been like that all year, where we've just been shooting ourselves in the foot. And you know, I feel like we've been in just about every game until a point where things just bad have happened, and we just got to figure out how to get past that during the games. And you know, I think this team will continue to fight. I have no doubt about that. But you know, we really need a win, and I think that would boost everyone's confidence this weekend if we get a win. And I think we kind of start to roll and get some progress after that.
What do you see the difference in your team's play between the first and third quarters and the fourth quarter? That's scoring, like your outscored 62-3 in the fourth quarter this year.
You know, it's not just the fourth quarter. The first quarter hasn't been that kind to us either. And you know, it just comes down to finishing and being mentally tough and physically tough. And you know, the fourth quarter has definitely hurt us. And like you said, 62-3 is not a good a spread for us at all. And we know that. And so, you know, this week in practice, I think we're going to emphasize finishing the practices harder, finishing the plays harder, and just hope that it carries over on Saturday.
You've pretty consistently as a team now struggled to start games, struggled to finish games, and a lot better midway through the games. What leads to that? Well, what in your mind is kind of the problems that have led to the issues struggling finishing?
It's hard to put it on just one thing. It's probably a collective mistakes. I mean, coming out, I think we've had good game plans going into each week, and you know, we've just stalled at times. And like I said, penalties have hurt us a lot in the first quarter of games and at the end of games as well. And you know, when you have so many penalties and we're turning the ball over like we are, you're not going to be successful at any level of football. So I'd say turnovers, we need to start creating more turnovers, and we need to protect the ball a lot better, and that would probably lead us to better fourth quarter finishes.
When that happens and it becomes kind of repetitive, is it hard for that not to creep into your mind when you've had consistent struggles to start and finish?
Not really. I mean, as a football player, you're taught to have a short memory. You're not going to play every play perfectly. You're not going to get every block. You're not going to make every catch. And you know, so we all kind of have short memories. But at the same time, you know, you can't just forget about it after a game. You get back in that film room and you got to see what you did wrong. So, like I said, I mean, there's disappointment in how the season has gone so far. But you know, we're still trying to be positive and trying to get out of this hole that we're in.
Philip, it seems, at least from my eyes, the offense you ran against Clemson and what you're doing now look pretty different. How much change have y'all made just in what you've done scheme-wise offensively over the course of the season?
It hasn't been much different. If anything, I think we're trying to run the ball in different ways. Teams have realized since that Clemson game that we're trying to run the ball downhill with Jay Prosh in there. So, you know, now we're trying to spread it out a little bit and get kind of those zone reads with Jonathan Wallace and Ontario in there. And you know, we've had success doing both, so I'm sure we'll continue to do the same.
Philip, a program like Auburn and a player like yourself, the successes that you've seen, what's been the most frustrating part of this season so far?
Just not winning. I don't think I've ever been on a team that started out with this record of 1-5, and you know, seeing what we did in previous years here and winning the national championship, you know, it's disappointing that we've done this so far, but you're still just hungry to get out of that hole and bounce back. And you know, each week you just got to prepare and forget about the last week, but at the same time, you know, remember how it feels to lose like that, and just fight to try to win.
And then on the same line, you're one of the leaders on this team. What are you saying to the guys in the locker room around campus? What do you know, what's said, what's needed to be done to kind of get this team out of the rut that they're in?
Just like I said earlier, just we got to stop hurting ourselves on the field, off the field. You know, with on the field, just all the turnovers we've had and the penalties. You know, you're not going to win any games when you turn the ball over, like I said we were. And you know, off the field, you know, just we need to just not listen to what other people are saying, what people are saying around campus, and you know, just really focus on us and what we're doing.
How hard is that to do, to not listen?
For me, it's easy. I don't know. I can't speak for the other guys. I mean, I don't really pay much attention to really anyone except for my family and my close friends and what these coaches are saying. So, you know, people, you just got to buy into what our coaches are saying and not listen to what the outside world's saying.
Yeah, last week you commented about the young guys who had either with us or against us and guys who weren't all in and stuff. What do you think last week was that resolved? Do you think there's more unity this past week?
I do. I think last week, like I said, we fought for four quarters. No one gave in, no one quit, and we just had some bad bounces there in the fourth quarter. But you know, I didn't see anyone give up. I don't think the coaches saw anyone give up or give in, and you know, that's a positive in itself. That the way the season has gone so far, that if people are still fighting for 4 quarters, that's always a good thing.
Is there a backs against the wall mentality this week, or has that been there for a few weeks now?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely feel like our backs are against the wall, but at the same time, we're just going into each game trying to win that game. We're not looking forward to any other games. We're not giving up on the rest of this month. You know, we're looking forward to Vanderbilt right now, and you know, they're struggling as well. So you know, it's another game for us, you know, to just try to get, like you said, our backs off the wall and just gain progress.
They're struggling, but at the same time, they're favored. I can't remember any time when Auburn's been an underdog to Vanderbilt. Okay. How does that sit with you and the guys?
Like I said, we don't pay much attention to that. We're just working on us and trying to improve as a football team.
So what do you see from Vanderbilt, and what makes them challenging?
They're good. They play really hard. You know, they've steadily gotten better recruits each year, better players each year, and just like us, they got that back against the wall mentality. So it's going to be another dogfight, and we just got to prepare for 4 quarters, and just not shoot ourselves in the foot like we've been doing.
A couple weeks ago, you made it clear that a bowl game was something that you still really wanted to finish out your senior year. Do you still feel that that's attainable?
Yeah, I mean, we need to win at least 5 of the next 6, and you know, if we play like we played against LSU in each one of those games, we're gonna have a chance to beat anyone that we play this year. So, yeah, I mean, that's still the mindset of this team, is to try to get bowl eligible.
How has Coach Chiswick's message to the team kind of changed from the very beginning of the season to what he's kind of telling you guys now?
It hasn't been much different. I mean, going into the season, we didn't know what our identity was, and now we know that we can run the ball, and when we're physical, we do a good job of running the ball, and that offensively is still our mindset. And you know, he's still just trying to develop and lead and keep positivity around the program. I'd say is how it's changed. We just need more positivity.
What does Clint give you back there at the quarterback position in, you know, the last game and a half?
In terms of
Just his play, I mean, what kind of, what does he excel at, I guess, in this offense?
Clint's just, I think, is just a smart football player, and he's a guy that's been here for 4 years, so I know he has the trust of a lot of the guys on the team. And you know, the guys are going to play hard for him, and he's going to lead the team. He does a good job in the huddle of keeping everything light and positive, and he makes it a good point. He makes a point that he's playing for the rest of the guys in the huddle, and he wants the rest of the huddle to play for him. So he's just a little more sense of leadership to the position.
Is he more vocal that way?
Yeah, Clint's definitely more vocal of the quarterbacks, and like I said, he just does a good job of being in the huddle and keeping it positive.
Coach Chiswick, like you guys did national championship a couple years ago, now he's getting all kinds of criticism and everything. What do you think of that? Is it fair? Is it just part of the job that he's taking on? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of the job. He's still a great coach. I mean, he's been a part of 3 undefeated seasons in the past decade, so there's no doubt about it that he's a good coach. And you know, it's just been we're in a hole, and I think what he does from here on is going to continue to define him as a coach, and what people see as him. He's going to continue to fight and lead this team.
Anything else?
Thanks, Will.